This is a 2002 Sundancer 240 Sea Ray. You can see the inboard outboard with the Bravo 3. It's got aluminum anodes, it's got power trim tabs. There's the transom door. Has a swim ladder. You can put down. Note the teak, the faux teak decking around it. This is a mount for a trolling motor. So in here you have some the shore power. You've got an external hose that you can use with a nozzle on the end of it. You got bumpers. You've got various ropes here that can be used. Another shore power connection. It does have a tow hook for skiing. We have not done that with it. The trolling motor plugs in right here, and this goes down to the transducer, which you can see under there. There's the VIN, the whole number. As we come in through the transom door that opens and closes like that, you can see that we have a nice area back here where we have a table with 4 spots for cup holders. This bench seat you can actually fold up all the way if you want to, and then that comes down, and you can have this flat back here in case you want to do fishing on it. Looking down into the engine compartment, you can see that we've got 2 batteries over there. There's a briefcase solar panel that goes with it. We use just a trickle charger. It's actually a 40-watt solar panel, so it's reasonably good. This does have a 383 mag stroker, and this is a repurposed engine. It's only got 20 hours on it, so basically you're getting pretty much a brand new engine, and that's obviously a big component of a boat. We do have a hot water heater over there. The hot water heater will run off with shore power, or it will also heat from the engine if you're out and about, so that the engine will heat that up. We have a 20-gallon fresh tank, and underneath that there is a 69-gallon gas tank. And that's the engine compartment. So we've got the blower back there, and yeah, nice engine compartment. You can see that the back seat is mostly lined up there. You can go ahead and that'll, if you fix the right mounts down in there, that'll actually fold back up underneath here so that you have this area that's open. We do have double biminis. The 2 biminis actually zip together, and so they form a nice covering for shade that starts all the way back here, and the front bimini actually comes up to probably about right here, and so that's the way that works. This seat here in the middle does fold down, so you can actually, if you have the back seat there, you actually can lay all the way out here, and you got nice spots for sunning. There's the front corner seat here that can be used. You can see there are speakers. There's a speaker over there. There's a speaker back here behind the helm seat. You've got cup holders that you can use. And then down in here there's storage. The table will go in there, and we keep some PFDs, some personal flotation devices. There we have the throwable, You can see that there's a 110 outlet down there that can be used here up to shore power. And as far as the helm goes, so for the helm, you have the 9-inch Garmin here. I've got it in simulation mode just so that you can see what it would be doing. If we switch that out of simulation mode, you can see a couple of things off. It'll take that just a second to switch out of that. Okay, and then if we go into the mercury setting, you can see that we got 69 gallons. And if we go to the menu, we can go to the engine data, and here you can see that the engine hours is 20. So that's the story on that. You have your power trim tabs. You have control of the radio right here. You've got your various things you can turn off and on right here. VHF radio, Uniden. And you got your gauge cluster. Some of them, one or two of them doesn't work very well, but the Garmin pretty well covers that stuff as needed. It does have an automatic extinguishing system. You notice back in the engine compartment there was a fire extinguisher back behind it, and that will kick on automatically if it needs to. So you got more cup holders up here, and assuming that you have this closed, you can actually go through the center windshield, and you can get up front, and all these areas that have the tread on them, you can walk on all those easily, and they have good traction. You have a window that opens down into the V-berth, and then up in front we have the anchor compartment. In the anchor compartment, there are a couple of anchors down in there. I think one of them has about 50 feet of line, and the other has about 90 feet of line. You have the necessary lights that are mounted around the boat. There's a flag that is down below that you can use if you're wanting to actually be stationary at night. This teak decking, you can't get it from the video, but it is just an absolute joy to walk on. The steering wheel goes up and down for comfort, so you can have it all the way down, or you can bring it way up if you would prefer that. The helm seat does have the thigh bolster, which makes it nice and easy to kind of stand while you're driving, and that can be very convenient. So if we look down in, we do have the galley that has the sink. Set that aside. It's got the single burner stove, and the fuel cartridges go in here. We have a couple of those. There is a refrigerator down here that can be used. You've got cold water and you got hot water. The hot water, again, if you're on shore power or if you've been running the engine, you can have that. This is the 120 volt panel. You can see that you can have the outlets in the refrigerator turned on, the water heater turned on. AC converter is basically the charger for the battery. You do have a Clarion Marine system here. It's a CD player, and of course this plays throughout the entire boat from front to back, basically. For the head, there is a pump out toilet. It has a 10-gallon holding tank, and so the pump is on the side of the boat, or the pump out location is on the side of the boat over there. You do have a sink, and you can actually take showers in here. This pulls out and attaches to the section up there, and then you've got the shower curtain that you can pull around. You do have more storage down here, and of course you got the window and the mirror for that sort of thing. For the V-berth up front, right now we've got it in table mode, but you can obviously, that table will come down off of the pedestal, and then you can actually there's another way there's another bench, a seat somewhere, a cushion that you can put in the center, and then you actually have a V-berth bed up here that you can sleep in, and there is also storage underneath each one of these seats. We've got life vests and various other things in there. There is a boat cover under this seat that can be used to cover the entire boat, and there's also a two-person dinghy. We've never actually used it, but there's a two-person dinghy under there that actually has little paddles with it that could be handy if you're wanting to dock offshore. There's a trash can underneath the seat there, so that's quite convenient. Then there's a mid-berth. We have various things stored back here. You can see the American flag over there. That's actually the light that you would use if you were docked at night. The trolling motor, we've got the trolling motor here, and again I showed you on the back where that actually connects. And then the things in the gray bags, that's actually a camping cover. So there's a camping cover that actually encloses in pretty much this entire area up here, and it keeps the bugs and things like that out. And so that would be great if you were going to actually be docked somewhere. But that's the cover for that. And of course, this is the mid-berth. The mid-berth is a great place for a couple more people to sleep, and that takes care of that part. For the gas is put into that right there, and over on the other side we have water and waste. There are cleats all the way around that you can use to hook up with. The American flag with a light on it actually goes in this spot right here, and that lets everyone know that you're docked somewhere. But this is the 2002 Sea Ray Sundancer 240. You can see one last thing at the helm here. You can see that we've got 289.7 hours on the entire boat right now, and we've got 20 hours on the engine. So it's a very low use. The boat hasn't been used very much. It's really in good condition, and this is the Sea Ray. We've got it up on a lift right now, of course, and so I'll just go ahead and show you around the boat so that you can see what it looks like. It's really been a good boat. It's been in Florida for about a year and a half now. We've not had it out very many times at all. Before that, it was in freshwater. My understanding is it's been in freshwater its entire life until just the last year and a half or so. And like I said, we haven't taken it out for hardly any hours at all. So it's not seen very much saltwater. It's about as close to being a freshwater boat as it could be without actually being able to say that it's never been in salt water. But that's the Sea Ray 2002 Sundancer 240, and reach out, and then we would love to share more about it with you.